Hello everyone, welcome to AdiTrade. Today we're going to be seeing the Nifty and Banknifty levels for 16th August. Before we proceed, I just want to wish everybody a happy Independence Day. So now let's just look at the Nifty and Banknifty levels for tomorrow. What I've opened is the daily chart of Banknifty. See, we have got a pretty bullish run, no doubt about it, from 32,400. We have come all the way until 39,000 with just one few days of correction over here. The first one was over here, and the second one is where I'm pointing the cursor. We had about almost 1,000-point correction, and then we have continuously moved up. Now at this point I would be a little careful going positionally long. Probably the intraday moves will work, but from here positionally going long I would be a little careful. Why? We'll just see a couple of the levels. See, this is the daily chart of Bank Nifty. See, the next major resistance where the market can take resistance, Bank Nifty, is this area where I'm marking this level that comes around 39,440, and on last closing day we have closed at around 39,040, and this is 39,440. Another 400 points we could face some resistance over here. If that breaks, then the next level of resistance will come in only at 40,070. So these are the two levels that I'll be watching out. I'm kind of expecting we might face some resistance around this area, 39,400 to 39,200. I'll be explaining why in detail. We'll just shift to this chart. This is the 15-minute chart of Bank Nifty, where I have all the levels marked, and the first level of resistance that's coming in is 39,000. This is the intraday levels where we can face resistance at 39,180. If that breaks, then 39,000. This 39,395 is a pretty solid resistance line where we can face some resistance here, and any dip on the downside, right, a good support is at 38,770, and this gap, that is 38,600. In case we get some kind of a dip, we might come even to fill this gap, but the kind of bullishness that we have and the FIs, the way they are buying, probably any dip towards, let me have this level also marked, that is 38,000, that's around 38,800 and 38,650. See, when we say it's a good support and any dip towards this level is a buy, it's not that the moment, say now the market comes down, immediately we won't buy it just because it's a good support. It needs to be backed with a nice bullish price action, either on the 15-minute or on 5-minute. Now for example, on this day, right, see, this was a very good buy. One, we had retraced about 61% in the fib, and there was even a CPR level, and this price action kind of indicated like a morning star. So in a bullish trend, you got a nice dip and you're getting this kind of a bullish price action. This for intraday I'm telling. So in 5-minute or 15-minute, see for that bullish price action, and then we can enter with the next major support or resistance as the stop loss. Say after this green candle, if we had entered, this level would have been our stop loss, 38,700. So like that, we'll have to wait and see if we get a nice bullish price action at these levels, either at 38,700 or 38,655, and then we can buy. And in case we get a gap up, most likely we might end up getting a gap up based on SGX Nifty as of now. If we get a gap up, we might face some resistance here, and if this level breaks, then probably we can see 39,300 or 39,400. Now along with these levels that I have marked, right, this is all what I have marked manually. Along with that, we'll make use of the CPR levels, since our next week we'll remove the weekly pivots and keep only the monthly pivots. Now why I'm expecting some kind of a resistance over here at about 39,100 or 39,180, near almost 39,140 to 200, is we have this monthly resistance over here. This line, you see the red cross line, that's the monthly CPR, where we might face some resistance here, and the market can dip if we break this. The next target is 39,400 for sure. And if you see how the monthly CPR has been placed this month, right, we opened not anywhere close to the CPR. We haven't touched the CPR in this month yet. and we have broken the previous month high and we have come until R1. This is the R1 of monthly CPR. So there is a good chance we might face some resistance here. And now when we are seeing monthly CPR, we cannot analyze the monthly CPR looking at a 5-minute chart. Always monthly CPR is seen on an hourly chart. So if we look for a rejection based on the monthly CPR, we should look for a rejection candle at least on an hourly or daily time frame, right? But since intraday traders, we can make use of this monthly CPR even for intraday, but these are the levels that we need to be careful. That is 39,174 from until 39,140 until 39,200. Now before we see Nifty and the other chart, I just want to show why looking at monthly CPR is also important. See, there are a lot of times where even the monthly CPR levels are beautifully respected. If you can do some back testing, this is all the monthly CPR that I have, right, from 1 month. If you can see from May 2nd until May 31st, and if you see, most of the time the market kind of reverses from a monthly CPR, right? See, even when this kind of this news based fall came, I think this was when that Russia-Ukraine war news came in, we fell until the monthly S2 of CPR and again bounced back. So if you backtest and see, and one beautiful example is over here. Let me see if I can hide this drawings. Yeah, see, this is a very beautiful example in February where we went until we broke the previous month high, went until R1 of monthly CPR and then reversed back until CPR. So I'm not saying we could come back until the CPR. See, all this time FIs were sellers. Now the FIs are buyers from past couple of weeks, right? So I'm not saying we'll get a huge crash and come back to the CPR. That ideally it should happen, but I'm not saying it will happen tomorrow or the next week. But what I'm saying is we could face some resistance here. So this is a place where we can be careful in taking positionally long trades. So these are the levels for Bank Nifty along with the CPR and the support and resistance what I have manually plotted. Now just looking at the tomorrow CPR. Now because today is a holiday, this thing is looking a little messed up. Let me see if I can remove these labels. Yeah, now coming to the tomorrow CPR, there's nothing so specific. It's kind of not a narrow or not too wide CPR, and we also have good support at S1. This is S1 previous day low, R1. See, we also have R1 over here, right? So if you get the small gap up, be careful over here between R1 and this monthly R1 and the daily R1. We could face some resistance, but if this is broken, yeah, the next target definitely we might see 39,400. So this is with Bank Nifty. Now let's look at Nifty on the daily chart first. See, before we proceed with Nifty, I just want to say that from past couple of weeks was not able to upload videos continuously, but from this week it will be all continuous. Every day there will be analysis videos. See, in Nifty we had this trend line. I've been marking this trend line in most of my videos. We have come exactly there and we have taken resistance even on last Friday, right? Last Friday is when the last trading day was. Even on the last Friday, see, this was the Thursday price action where we got a red price action, and even the Friday price action we could not break this trend line that is there, right? So in Nifty we'll have to wait and see if this trend line breaks, then probably we can see further upside with the next target as 17,850 and probably 17,900. But if this trend line doesn't break, there's a good chance we might start getting a correction from here and dip on the lower side and probably even fill the small gap that is there. We'll see those in our intraday 15-minute chart. So this black trend line that I've drawn is the trend line that I showed you on the daily chart. So we'll have to be careful of this level. We also have this pattern is also kind of like a nice double top pattern. So any buy in Nifty is only if this level breaks, right? Now say we get a gap up, a small gap up, and we go above this level and sustain for more than 15 or 30 minutes in the trading day tomorrow, then probably we can see high level 770 is the next target and 840. And if we get a small gap up, and once again we take resistance here, right? We can get an easy dip until this level, that is 17,660, and below that we have the small gap which could also get, the price might also come to fill this gap. I'll put all the gaps in blue. So if this level breaks 760, then we might get a dip until this 17,600 and probably even fill this gap at 17,550. See, when I saw this red candle on Thursday, right? So I was kind of hoping that we could get some correction, because exactly we have taken resistance on this trend line. See, almost 1, 2, this is the third time we have come here. So it's not that it will break. Someday it will break and go up. But as of now, the price action indicated on Thursday that we could take some resistance, right? So, but immediately there was no a good follow up. The Friday, it was not a very bearish day. It was a nice kind of a bullish candle itself. So the only thing that we can do is just wait and watch. If this trend line breaks or we come down, then probably we'll fill this gap and get a small correction before going up. So this trend line is something that we need to watch for tomorrow. And these are the levels that I have for Nifty, the intraday levels. And another reason why I'm kind of saying that at this point in the market we need to be a little careful for positionally going long. See, this is a nice, see what I've opened now is the Dow Jones chart. Even in Dow Jones there's one nice trend line coming up that is about another 300 points higher. So there's a good possibility we might face some resistance along this trend line even in Dow Jones in the US market. Either that trend line or this blue line that I marked, because previously thrice we have had a nice support and resistance in this area, right? 33,400. So if the price comes here, right, there is a good chance we can face some resistance. See, it can even break and go up. Nobody is saying no. I'm not saying no, it cannot break and go, but since this important trend line is there, we just have to be careful. There is a good chance we can come kind of correct or get some correction here. The same thing we saw even in Banknifty. If this level is where we need to be careful, that is 39,300, and in Nifty is this black trend line that I've drawn. So these are the levels that I have for Nifty and Banknifty for Monday, and I should be trading regularly from Monday, so a lot of the analysis videos will continue. There was some disruption in my schedule and whatever plans I had for the videos, but from next week there should be a continuous set of videos. And in the link in the description there is this CosmoFit group link. If anybody is interested, they can join. This completely free for now. You can just join and be part of our daily analysis. We may or we may not post, it all depends on the market, but I'll try to keep posting every day as much as possible. And if anybody likes this video, please hit the like button, and thank you for watching.